shit went down this week, even with Trump on vacation.
And we're live. And man, this has been one hell of a week. And Trump's supposed to be on vacation because he's so lazy he doesn't do a damn thing.
Oh, yeah.
But this is going to be our Roswell special. But before we get into Roswell, let's discuss a little bit of news that happened this week. A report came out through the nation.com. A new report raises big questions about last year's DNC hack. And it goes on to say that a former NSA expert said it wasn't a hack at all, but a leak, an inside job with someone with access to the DNC system. Seth Rich comes to mind. The Aaron brothers come to mind. Let's see here. It's pretty long of an article, but they're saying it's more of an inside job and no hack. That somebody copied and pasted the information onto an external hard drive or a flash drive, and that's how the leak occurred. Let me go on Twitter and bring up News and Security, the Twitter account. He won't be joining us tonight because he has a big, he's doing some work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That would have been cool if he had been able to. But
oh, yeah, that would be great if he was able to. Yeah. But, so what, Henry, what do you think about this new revelation?
Well, it seems like there's something new coming out every week. And, you know, whether it ties to President Trump or not, we really don't know.
Yeah.
Not at this point, we don't know.
Hey.
Hey, there you are.
Amy, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, good.
We just got started. We were talking about.
Yeah, we just got started.
You know, we're talking about the DNC hack, which may also be an inside job and all this stuff. So.
All right.
But
So
it wasn't a hack; it was a leak.
So news.
Hey, let me see your shirt.
In cybersecurity, yeah. Let's show your shirt, Henry.
Oh, yeah, Something in the Woods. The movie Something in the Woods. Yeah,
oh, I thought it was Rick for a second.
It is Bigfoot. See, right there. That was a Bigfoot movie, which came out. Actually, it had its world premiere at the Ohio Bigfoot Conference 2 years ago, and they released it on DVD last year. So. And hopefully they'll be releasing a version with special features because they released kind of a bare bones version last year. So.
Well, that's cool. I like it.
Anywho, yeah. Like I said, we don't know at this point if President Trump is involved in all this or not. Not at this point.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if there was something huge, it would have been leaked out by now. But News and Cybersecurity posted some screenshots about the Nation article about the DNC hack, and I'll just read what the screenshot says. There was no hack of the Democratic National Convention system on July 5th last year, not by the Russians, not by anyone else. Now demonstrates it was a leak, a downloaded. Execute locally with a memory key or simply portable data storage device, external hard drive. In short, it was an inside job by someone with access to the DNC system.
Or somebody who stole it from somebody who had access.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
This casts serious doubt on the initial hack, as alleged that led to the very consequential publication of a large source of emails of documents to WikiLeaks last summer. Forensic investigations of 2 documents made public 2 weeks prior to July 5th, leaked by the person or entity known as Guccifer 2.0, show that they were fraudulent. Before Guccifer posted them, they were adulterated by cutting and pasting them into a blank template that had Russia as its default language. Guccifer took responsibility on June 15th for intrusion of the DNC reported on June 14th. and profess to be a WikiLeaks source, claims essential to the official narrative implicating Russia in what was soon cast as an extensive hacking operation. To put the point simply, forensic science now devastates this narrative. So basically, this whole Russian narrative is dead. They have nothing to go on this.
Yeah.
Now you see Robert Mueller, doing an FBI raid on Paul Manafort, which happened the last week of July, and he's not even on Russia anymore. He wants bank documents and other ties that has no no reference to this whole Russia hacked the election. Now he's on some sort of different investigation.
Well, this is what I think of Robert Mueller. But he's so damn biased. He's not objective at all. He's not acting as an impartial. He's not acting as an impartial investigator. I mean, he has so many individuals on his staff that are what do you call it?
Hillary donors, DNC donors, Obama donors,
exactly.
all these donors. That
Speaking of the donors, did you see the article where or the story that there was this male black prostitute that overdosed on one of
oh yeah, I saw
over in
that.
Hollywood. Yeah, at one of the DNC's biggest donors. I can't remember the guy's name, but the prostitute, I guess, overdosed on meth.
Yeah, I heard that he overdosed. Yeah, I saw that he overdosed.
Yeah, the guy said
what he overdosed
that
on.
Democrats and scandals with male black prostitutes. Who would have thought it?
Yeah, I mean, this dude might have known stuff. But he said they said he was a gay prostitute, and he overdosed.
Yeah, but the reason he was at this guy's house wasn't for sexual favors, according to the man, that he would invite, young black males over and watch them do drugs to see what their reactions and to certain situations would be.
Good God.
Wow.
That's what they're saying.
I
mean, either way, it's really messed up.
That's sick enough. That's sick enough.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Yeah. And how is that not a racist thing? So you're only going, this is a white male.
But conservatives are supposed to be the racists. We're supposed to be the ones who don't care about black people. We're supposed to be the big racists and everything. Yeah.
Speaking of racism, Maxine Waters wants a separate party for black people.
Oh, Lord. What a moron.
No, like,
she wants to what?
She wants a separate party for black people.
Oh, that's going to work out wonderful.
Oh, yeah.
Black Lives Matter, is that the party?
No, I'm sure it is. She's like the freaking leader of it now because, anti-Maxine, everybody loves her.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's so sickening to watch these fake news personalities fawning over her. Oh, anti-Maxine, we just love you. Oh, you're so wonderful.
Man, these people are freaking brainwashed. They're like robots.
They're worse than robots. Robots are smarter. I'm telling you, there's something. I don't know what's going on.
The only Maxine Waters had better watch her back as far as her opponent in her district, because if she ain't careful, he could easily defeat her.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Omar, 100% endorsed by me.
Me too.
I think everybody's endorsing him.
No. I'm sorry. I have like really bad allergies, so I'm sniffling a lot.
Oh, that's okay. I get them too.
Like this whole week, it's been like this. I've been miserable.
Speaking of Robert Mueller, a letter calls for him to appear in a public congressional hearing. Yeah, we definitely need to hear what he has to say out in public. I mean, because he's been quiet so long. I mean, I haven't heard a statement from him since he was appointed as special prosecutor. And see when they're trying to. I'm going to see when they want him.
Oh, and the president is.
He's got until September 6th to respond.
I was going to say, the president is starting a little feud with Mitch McConnell, which I have no issue with that.
Yeah. Speaking of that, he did something that I did not like at all, and I confronted him on that. He endorsed Mitch McConnell's candidate, Luther Strange, for some strange reason. Okay, first off, President Trump, Mr. President, you complain about Mitch McConnell. You say he's not getting the job done, but yet you endorse his candidate. Now, either
No, I think he endorsed his opponent, did he not?
No, he endorsed Luther Strange. He said that he has his full endorsement of Luther Strange, and Luther Strange is a Mitch McConnell candidate. Mitch McConnell's back.
Oh, that's just lovely.
So either it was a stupid decision, he got tricked into it, or he got tricked into making a stupid decision. That's three options I don't think. I mean, that was the most idiotic decision ever. I mean, he needs to endorse people that actually support him, and not these swamp creature candidates that Mitch McConnell, dragged up from the swamp.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is,
Do you think that he's been compromised in any way?
Who? Trump?
Yeah.
It's possible. It's possible.
I don't know. This week's series of events just have me thinking. I don't necessarily think that he's even in New Jersey. I think they have him in a bunker.
I have no clue.
I have no clue what's going on.
Maybe, I mean, because this week has been one hell of a week. I mean,
normally, I don't know. Even like the press conferences or the videos that they've had on him this week, something's just not right. I don't know what's going on. I mean, it could be the whole North Korea thing that he's in a bunker. I don't know. Maybe he's not. It's just what I was thinking about.
I mean, anything can be possible.
Everything seems off.
Anything can be possible.
Now these idiots are trying to focus on President Trump's secretary to see if she knows anything. I'm like, for God's sake, she doesn't know anything. For God's sake.
Oh my God! I mean, it's not going to end. Mueller needs to be fired ASAP immediately. I mean, you know what? Have Trump declare martial law and round up all these people, round up the Clintons, round up the George Soroses, round everybody up, and just arrest them all, prosecute them, and jail them.
Why do we have to be under martial law for that to happen?
Exactly. No, we don't need that.
I mean,
you don't need that?
I don't think I don't
He's
want to be under martial law.
He can call whoever he wants in front of Congress. He's the freaking president.
I mean, geez, he needs to do something and round these people up. I am getting sick and tired of this.
What's that going on with the Hillary took a plea deal?
Oh yeah, I heard that. And apparently they're offering her a plea deal, and I haven't got all the information out yet, but hopefully something next week would pop up. So yeah, Hillary. They said that Hillary.
Interesting.
Yeah, they said that Hillary may take a plea deal. Because apparently they got something on her, and they showed her, and they were saying, "Hey, you know what? You take a plea deal." Which, man, this is so frustrating.
I can see your frustration.
I know. I mean,
okay, I'm looking up information on Luther Strange. I'm on Wikipedia. I don't see any connection with Mitch McConnell, though.
No, Mitch McConnell backed him.
Well, just because Mitch McConnell backed him does not necessarily mean that Luther Strange accepts his endorsement.
If you look up Luther Strange, you'll see some stuff on him. But
remember, let's not forget that President Trump had backing from the KKK, but he didn't necessarily. He wasn't. Of course, he was not looking for their backing, obviously.
What's he doing there, Shane?
I'm not going to judge. I'm not going to judge Liver Strange just yet until I see what kind of job he does. I'm just that's just me. I mean, I'm taking a wait and see it. I mean, he has made a few conservative. We call it. But he was a state attorney general, and in Alabama, he's a traditional Alabama conservative, anti-Obamacare.
But here's the thing about Liver Strange. He's anti-Trump. He's not supporting the Trump agenda, and then you have someone like Randy Brosden, right? Brensden, and he's pro-Trump. I mean, he's like, you know what? I want to work with Trump. I want to be, I mean, why doesn't Trump back his, the pro-Trump candidates? I mean, this is. I mean, he can send a signal to these people. He can send a signal to Mitch McConnell and Paul Rhino and say, hey, you know what? You guys failed at Obamacare. I'm going to endorse you guys as opponents, and we're going to get shit done.
Well,
because with my endorsement, these people will win, and they would get your ass out of there. Mitch McConnell will be out of there. Lindsey Graham will be out of there. John McCain will be out of there. Mitch McConnell will be out of there. Paul Rhino will be out of there.
One thing we know about President Trump is he likes to be challenged. Even if somebody disagrees with him, he likes to. He'll listen. He'll hear them out. He'll listen to their ideas. Whether he agrees with those ideas or not, he'll hear them out.
Mm-hmm.
That's how Trump is. That's how he ran his business. I mean, maybe he figures that he can't control how other people perceive him or think of him. And look, personally, I don't think he wants to control how people think of him. Whether they're pro-Trump, anti-Trump, whatever. But did you really think that Obama had pro-Obama people on his side all the time? No, he didn't. Other presidents have had individuals and senators that were not necessarily pro-them. But if he's pro-America, that's all that matters. It doesn't matter if he's pro-Trump or not.
Yeah, but these anti-Trumpers are against his agenda, and they'll do anything to stop his agenda. Why support that?
Well, you ever heard the old saying, keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer?
Enemies closer, yeah. I mean...
Oh, and by the way, I'm not saying that I'm not necessarily saying this is a good thing for Trump to endorse this guy.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying is that maybe look, the president is playing chess right now. He's moving all these chess pieces around. He is the king, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's got his reasons for doing stuff. We may not have it figured out just yet, and maybe he doesn't want it to get out what he's trying to do just yet. So like I said, that's why I'm taking a wait and see attitude. Go ahead, Amy. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just going to say, I think that when a current president is sitting, they probably shouldn't be endorsing anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's kind of like how pastors, when it's, election time, they won't go out and endorse somebody.
Well, that's because legally they can't.
Is that a law?
Yeah. Yeah, churches, legally they can't endorse candidates. And I think that was the Johnson Amendment.
Okay. Well, maybe that should go for presidents as well. Because, I mean, I don't know. I just think that it could go one of two ways. Either it could go good for the candidate or very bad. I mean, it just depends on how you look at it. If these people are voting based on what he says versus, their own personal political viewpoints.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm like I said, I'm going to take a wait and see attitude, see how this goes.
That's fine. I mean, it just frustrates me that
I understand. I
Why
understand.
not back the people that's supporting you?
I know. And listen, I will come on here. You know, I'll come on here and happily admit if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
You know, I will come on here and say, okay, yeah, Shane, you were correct. Shane Strickland strikes again. You know.
Well, here's the thing. I don't think Luther Strange is polling really high in the polls right now. It's some other guy. I think Mo Brooks or somebody else that's really high up in the polls.
Okay.
So he's like number 2.
Well, that may change with Trump's endorsement. You never know.
Yeah, we have to see on that.
But I understand the frustration. I'm not saying I don't. I'm just
Like,
saying,
I
I
support Trump.
understand
I
it
support
too.
Trump 100%, but we have to
yeah.
hold his feet accountable.
Well,
We
yeah, of
have to hold his
course.
feet to the
You
fire.
know, we as Americans, we elected him to do a job. We shouldn't
Yep.
kiss asses, you know, for the current holder.
No, because that's how when people overlook a president's mistakes
Yeah.
because he's going to make them, you know,
Mhm.
that's when like a dictatorship comes about. I mean, it's the people that will agree with everything he says, no matter what, whether it's wrong or right. You have to hold him accountable for, and not just him, that goes for anybody.
Mhm.
Mhm. That
So,
was the thing with Obama. He always had all these individuals who were lining up to kiss his ass. You know,
Yeah.
he never really had too many people actually, you know. I mean, we have these brain dead zombies. Oh, Obama.
I mean, you had the media. You had he was like a freaking cult leader.
they still worship him as, I mean, even now.
Oh
We
yeah,
still got
the extremist people do.
we,
But I think
we got
most Americans have really seen through his disguise.
we don't
You know,
want to.
I worked with this lady who, when Trump first, when Trump and Hillary were, going at it, she is a Democrat. I mean, I guess you could, I don't know if you would call her liberal, but she's always voted Democrat, and she would just loved President Obama. And she actually said to me, she said, if I could keep him in, I would. And it just amazed me. I'm just like, wow,
Ooh.
you know.
Well, what I'm saying is, we don't want to turn Trump into a cult type person.
Yeah.
You know. But see,
No, but I see people who are already treating it, or it seems like they're in a cult. I mean, it's kind of creepy. I don't like seeing that with anybody.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I've seen so many individuals within the political realm figure, oh, Trump can do no wrong. And what happens is they will turn on you. If you say, well, if you try and hold Trump accountable, they'll turn on you and say, oh, you're a liberal. No, I'm just a concerned American.
Yep.
No, I mean, it's checks and balances. I mean, that's the reason it was placed.
Yep.
You know, it's there for a reason, and it's a good reason most of the time, because sometimes power gets the best of people. I think it's almost a natural response. I mean, when you hold the most powerful position in the whole world, almost, I mean, we really are probably the one of the most looked upon countries in the whole entire world. Everybody looks to America, either what we're doing like socially or politically,
Mhm.
so, or military. I mean, we're all looked upon. So when somebody takes that position, somebody who's already kind of egotistical, it could
Like Barack
cloud their
Obama.
judgment. I'm not saying that it could cloud one's
Mhm.
judgment, and I'm sure it
Yeah.
has in the past.
Well, Obama's a freaking narcissist. He's very much a narcissist. I mean,
Oh yes, he is. Yeah.
whenever people would praise him, I mean, he loved that. Oh my goodness, he was just he ate
But
that stuff.
now Trump's a narcissist too. He's
I
a
think all
narcissist.
presidents are. I think almost every president we've had is probably
Yeah,
some.
I'm a little narcissistic myself too. I love it.
I
I love
think,
being a
yeah,
little
but
narcissistic.
I think that all I think that all presidents, to a degree, have a certain degree of arrogance, have a certain. I think you have to have that in a position of power like
Oh,
that.
you do. You have to have confidence, and
Yeah.
a lot of people take a person's confidence as in arrogance, and there's a fine
Well,
line between
speaking
those
of
two.
that, let's discuss Trump's dire warning: fire and fury like the world has never seen before. That was a freaking badass line. I am not going to lie. That was so badass.
Yes, that is a like hey
Well,
yeah hey,
he,
little Kim, you little midget, we're coming after you, you little midget.
Oh man, that was pretty badass. So speaking of that, North Korea, um, that was Bill Clinton's fault right there, North Korea.
Yeah.
And then it just escalated with Bush and Obama, and now Trump is like, you know what? I'm not worried. I don't care about you. If you do something, we're going to come back at you. Is North Korea actually going to do anything?
if they do, it will be with the blessing of China. I mean, China runs that place. If people want to believe it or not, it's a, I don't know what's that word. I can't think of the word.
Basically, they're a partnership. Because China said this week that if the United States tries to attack North Korea, we're going to defend North Korea.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you got to ask yourself, why would he do this? I mean, what does he benefit from bombing us? Does it? I mean, it makes you think. Why would he do this? He has no reason to, unless he thinks that he's already dead. They're, gonna come get him anyway, so he might as well go out with a bang.
Well, here's what I think. I think instead of bombing North Korea, what they need to do is find where these missiles are and bomb the crap out of those missiles. Take away the nukes.
Well, I think that's what the B-52s are there for, because they had put out they said that they were going to strike his nuke sites. But if they strike the nuke site, doesn't it detonate?
That I'm not sure.
See,
I don't know. Maybe I
Do you know
watched
science? Are you scientific enough?
See, that's the thing. You have to be very careful.
Yeah.
You have to be very, very careful. You don't want to set those nukes off. Because you don't want to kill innocent people.
Well, that's what it's going to come down to. I mean, there's going to be lots and lots of innocent people dying, and that's what I hate about this. I don't want to see that happen at all, because I mean, those people over there don't even know what's going on. They have no internet access. They have no idea what goes on.
They got censorship out of the ass, and
I mean, it even goes down to the books that they're allowed to read. I mean, Guinea, like, they never ate. They're all starved, and they can't do anything. It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said,
do the North Korean people have a hatred towards America like the jihadists do?
Yes. Yes.
They're taught to hate.
Well, I think the hatred comes back from, in the late 40s and 50s, when the war was going on. I mean, the soldiers back then were accused of doing some pretty awful things to the Korean people, as like raping the women. They even have like a museum that shows like graphic pictures of the victims, like the North Koreans decapitated, and it's because they say American soldiers did all that. So I think the hatred it comes from the very start of North Korea, when the war was happening. I think it's just carried over for all these years.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, because like you said, they're censoring. They tell the people what they want them to hear. They teach them what they want them to teach. So
And they can't. I mean, I know it's probably not as bad as some of the things that they endure, but they're not allowed to dye their hair at all unless it's black. I mean, it's
yeah.
really, they're not allowed to sell fruit in a market. I mean, there's all kinds of crazy stuff that is going on there. But
Uh-huh.
these people only know this way of life. They don't know anything different. So it's like, how do you know what level of freedom that say we have? Because I don't think we're 100% free versus to the level of freedom they have, which is nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It it's sad.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, pretty soon you're going to have this little midget dictating that all the men have to have the same haircut as him.
I'm sure it's already happened. I'm sure it's already happening. But so
It
is
wouldn't
he gonna? Is
surprise
he
me
gonna?
if he.
Go ahead.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if he's not even in North Korea. He's probably not even there. He's probably hiding out somewhere in the countryside.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, this
He
dude.
doesn't.
He's
He's a
like
good guy.
most wanted.
He doesn't love his country or the people of his country enough to stand there and fight. This is not about saving the people, it's about saving himself.
Mm-hmm.
I personally think that he's overcompensating. That's why he's got all these big messages. He's overcompensating.
Thank God this transmission is not going to North Korea. They won't see this because of the censorship.
In North Korea also started cultivating the poppy plant, or poppy plants.
Oh really?
Or opiate, yeah. Not poppy. It's what's the plant that comes from opium?
Cocaine?
Or plant.
Opium comes from poppy seeds.
Okay, well then it's poppy. Okay, they're cultivating poppy.
The poppy fields, right? Yeah.
Yeah, they have some there, and I guess they're supplementing their trade with that, and that's what happened with Iraq. I mean, we went in and took over their poppy fields back in when we first went over there, and then that's when we saw our opiate epidemic rise since the start of 9/11 when we went into Iraq. So it's kind of has some connection there.
Oh really? I didn't know that.
Well, we've seen the president this week declare a national opioid emergency.
Oh yeah. I saw that too, which is definitely needed. I mean, you got people, overdosing in front of their kids on Facebook and Twitter,
Yeah,
and everything.
it's pretty bad. I don't really know anybody on heroin, so I don't know, but I'm not sure where they would even get it from. But I know that it's bad because they see those videos.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. It is bad.
Mm-hmm. I hear the train to come.
Oh
I
yeah,
hear the train.
yeah, sitting outside.
Oh, everyone's favorite Madam President is back in the news today. She wants to become a preacher and preach the word of Satan. Hillary, yeah, it's Hillary. And so there's an article. Let me read it. There, yeah. Let me bring it up.
Really?
Yeah.
That's the most absurd thing I've heard all day.
Browser's acting up here and saying.
And also, she's being compared to Jesus. Hillary.
Ew.
That's an insult right there. Let me read it. Let me read the article. Hillary Clinton is being compared to Jesus. Yeah, I never thought in a million years I had to say those words. And it's from good old fake news CNN, published an email on Thursday that was sent to failed presidential candidate Hillary Clinton on the day Hillary Clinton lost to Donald Trump by the United Methodist City Society executive director, Reverend Bill Shalady. In the email, Shalady, who has been Clinton's longtime spiritual guide, in the 2016 election. Now, this is their words. He compared her loss to the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ. Revoke that man's reverend privileges. It said, "It is Friday, but Sunday is coming." Ooh, Henry dropped out. Hillary took him out.
Yeah,
Hillary took him out. Oh God.
I think we have. I mean, he's been choppy, but I don't know if I'm choppy. I don't know if it's my internet.
Yeah, you've been pretty clear.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm letting him read this because this is just an insult. But yeah, Hillary is trying to become a preacher now, and I don't see that happening
No.
at all. At all.
Would you go to her church?
Oh God, no. Hell no, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Yeah, no.
I'd be afraid to step in there. I'm surprised the church doesn't burn down as soon as she steps in.
That's what I was gonna say. The church would blow up into flames.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. All right, let's get into the big story that happened this week. Google is in serious trouble. I don't know if you heard or read the memo that went out, but somebody was questioning Google's diversity stuff that's going on in Google, and he got fired because of that. He got fired because he questioned diversity.
Yeah, it was like a 10-page report he put out.
Yeah, a 10-page memo, and basically he said that we need to educate why more women is not going into tech. And basically he said that because most women don't care about tech, and they're like, more motherly and biologically, and that most men goes into tech because that's what, biologically men does. And, he got an earful, and Google fired him because of that. And now people's on an all war path on Google.
Yeah, I saw his what was it, WSJ? I think that was the website. I just saw it on Twitter, the guy in the article, and I was reading it a little bit before we started.
Yeah, he actually did an interview with Stefan Molyneux. I didn't see it yet, but I'm going to go and watch
Who is that guy? Where is he from? The Stefan.
I think Canada.
Okay. And he's like an independent?
Yeah. He does some really good videos.
Yeah, okay. I think
Yeah,
I'm
check him out.
subscribed to his YouTube. His videos are really long.
Mhm.
Like they're, hour, and I just never really have time to listen to
Mhm.
that whole thing. I kind of like to get the videos that are 10 minutes, get the facts that I want, and
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah, the only time I'll watch is that if there's like something new and something huge that's going on, and I really need some input, I'll watch him. He does some really great stuff.
No. Well, I'll have to, maybe look at one of his videos and watch it from start to finish. There was a channel that I found just a little while ago, and
Mhm.
I really liked it. It was Alternative Media TV. Have you ever watched that guy?
I haven't even heard of him.
Okay. His last name is Green, but I just found it today. It was on a suggestion, and he has like 400 subscribers, so I think he's been doing it a while.
AMTV, this dude right here.
The glare. I think that's what it is, though. I couldn't see your screen.
How about now?
Yes, that's him.
All right, I'll subscribe to him and
Yeah, he does some pretty good stuff. I watched one of the ones that he just had put out a couple hours ago, and that's when he was the one who suggested that Trump was in a bunker. So if you get a minute, you watch it. I think it's like 20 minutes long, but it's pretty good.
What's this?
Oh, we was talking about AMTV that Amy found.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Oh, have you seen it?
I have. Yeah, I've seen some of his stuff. Yeah, some of his videos. Yeah, there's some of their
Pretty
videos.
good. Do you like him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check him out. But before you left, Henry, we was talking about the Google memo that came out.
Yeah, they decided to fire their diversity dude. Yeah.
Yeah. This is going to be really bad PR for Google.
Mm-hmm.
There's already protesting this. People's already protesting.
I know, but how many people are going to stop using Google because of it?
I don't use Google for searches. I use Bing or DuckDuckGo, or sometimes
I use
DuckDuckGo.
Yeah, I use DuckDuckGo too.
Oh, I
Yeah,
use Google.
sometimes I use DuckDuckGo. Yep, I don't use Google, not at all.
Really?
The only time I use
Google.
Except for email. That's about the only thing I use Google for is email.
Yeah.
And YouTube.
And YouTube, yeah.
Yeah,
right.
It's going to be tough for someone to boycott something that people uses on a daily basis.
And Google's so powerful.
Yeah.
I mean, they may wind up getting, a suit from the guy, and he'll probably win, but it's not going to hurt Google.
They'll probably just settle out of court.
There's so much stuff going on. In like 5 hours, something new is going to happen, and it's going to take everybody's attention off of it and move on to the next headline, because
and of course,
that's the age that we live in. There's stuff happening.
YouTube,
I mean, after
headline
after headline.
affecting alternate media. So, some of their new policies affect alternate media.
Oh yeah, I mean, people's been censored left and right. They've been demonetized left and right.
Yeah,
their videos are taken down.
Well, I mean, when people say we're being censored, people need to think about how we're being monitored as well. I mean, we have all these tracking devices on our location. If you have your cell phone on you, they know exactly where you go every day.
Well, I always turn that location off, but I still believe that they still can track you even though the location's turned off.
I mean, Facebook has facial recognition.
Yep.
It's like, they're already.
And not only that, I mean, you have this company in Wisconsin microchipping their employees, which nothing can go wrong with that. Just a little microchip.
Not at all.
In your hand.
Oh, nothing will go wrong there. No.
I mean, this is like something out of the Twilight Zone.
I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
No, it's more like George Orwell's 1984. That's
absolutely. Twilight Zone, 1984.
That would be
every single science fiction movie that you have seen has come to life.
Big Brother is watching us. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
and they really are.
Hey, NSA, we know you're watching.
They watch everything, everybody.
We watch it. Yeah. I think that's pretty much it. That happened.
That's why you don't take your phone in the bathroom with you.
And then they tell us to put tape over our camera.
Yeah.
Our webcam. Yeah.
Oh yeah, those things are easy to hack. Easy to get hacked.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much it. Before we get into the big Roswell discussion, Amy, you told me that you finally finished Breaking Bad.
I did, yes.
And
it was great. I mean, I didn't like when Walt died at the end, but
spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't watched.
Spoiler alert.
Go ahead,
Oh
Amy.
yeah,
Go ahead, Amy.
spoiler alert. I mean, I didn't like when Walt died at the end. I was very sad.
Oh yeah.
I didn't like it.
I love the song they used,
Yeah.
"My Baby Blue" by Badfinger. I'm just
Yep.
perfect. It was the perfect way to perfect
And the
song
camera
to end the
shot. And the camera shot
Yes.
just goes up and up and up.
Yeah,
That was great.
And then when he fell, you know, he had the blood on his hand and he made the W.
Oh, you noticed that?
Yes.
That is awesome.
Yes. Yeah,
That
I
is awesome.
noticed that. But I mean, that was the last episode. But even the episodes leading up to that, when they took that, you know, Jesse's, you know, I don't know if she was his girlfriend or just a close friend.
Yeah.
That
It
boy's
was his
mom.
girlfriend.
Okay.
Andrea.
And
Yeah.
they shot
Brock's
her down. I
mom.
mean,
Yeah.
that was just.
I freaked out at that. I was like, oh my
Yeah,
God.
Todd. I was like, oh, Todd gotta
You
die
know,
for that.
You could see how Jesse died inside when that happened. I mean, you could feel, it was just, that's why when he got him with the chain and choked the shit out of him, I was like, get him.
Yeah.
And you said your favorite part was when Lydia got poisoned?
What?
You said
Oh, yeah.
Lydia.
Oh,
Lydia
yeah. And
got
then when
poisoned.
he got the ricin, that was really good too. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she didn't even know what was happening to her. That was great.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, and then the aftermath of Hank, and you know, it was just the way that they were able, it was all about the money, you know, his money.
Yeah.
The way they got him so good on that. And I never thought that Jesse was gonna ever turn on him. I mean, I knew that he would be mad, but the way that Jesse turned, and I was just like, what in the F is going on?
Yeah,
I didn't like that he did
and then
that.
leading up to where Jesse gets captured by the Nazis, and right before he gets taken away, Walt was like, "I was there when Jane died. I could have saved her, but I didn't." Oh man, that when I first saw that, that was so freaking powerful because we haven't heard of Jane and mentioned any of her death since after she died, after season 2, and then it brought it back up, and Jesse just broke down at that.
Yeah. I think that Jesse just he's not he was never he was always like a gentle person. He never really wanted to hurt anybody at all. So I don't know. I was really I felt so bad for him, and then you know Walt coming
Except for calling
forward.
people bitch. Except for
Yeah.
calling people bitch.
Or going to Hank.
Oh
You know,
yeah,
because
Hank.
Jesse never went to Hank. Or Hank never walked in when Jesse was pouring the gas, you know, Hank would still be alive. So I'm sure, you know, a part of Jesse probably feels that he was responsible for Hank's death as well. And yeah.
And you said you was
Well, that
watching.
Todd,
that
boy, or was it Todd, the blonde hair guy?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's the one who shot that little child dead on the motorbike during the train
train heist.
episode.
That was a great episode too. That
That was
where they
a really
robbed
good
that train. Yeah.
But I also liked when Walt came clean to his wife when he said, you know, it was for me, you know, and you could clearly see that. I mean, I think in the beginning when he first, like maybe his first cook, that was for his family, and a little bit after that. But then the game caught up with him, and he was doing it for himself.
Yeah. I believe that. I believe so too. Yeah.
Because that's where money and power take control of a person. It makes a person do things they normally would not do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the perfect description of the series was turning a man from Mr. Chips into Scarface.
Yeah.
And he never even did the drug. You know, Scarface.
Yeah, he just sold it. He just sold it. And you
Tony
said you was watching,
Montana snorted it.
and you said you started Better Call Saul.
Yes, yeah.
Which episodes are you on?
I only watched 2. I didn't watch anything last night. I
And so you,
started.
you saw the ones with Tuco.
Yes.
Yeah.
The 2 boys.
Tuco. And our good friend Jesus Jr. playing Gonzo.
Hmm.
I saw up to where that one family got kidnapped or something, went
Ooh.
missing. That
Oh
was
man.
episode 2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The Kettlemans. Oh man, they're great. They are
Oh
great.
yeah, the Kettlemans. And of course, remember the BCS bingo.
Oh yeah.
They had a special extra of the Kettlemans.
Yeah. You're gonna have
It
to
was
watch that.
great. It was great. Yes, it was tremendous.
I don't know if they're alive or not, though. I didn't get that far.
Yes.
They are alive. They
yeah.
are alive. That's all I'm telling you. They are alive.
Well, I know that
Yeah,
you
they
know,
are.
that one Mexican kid went in there to the nail salon place, and it was just so funny.
Oh man,
Anyway,
you're going to enjoy. You're going to enjoy Better Call Saul.
Yeah.
I
What do
was
you think of
laughing
Chuck?
so hard, my insides were hurting. I was dying when. I guess it's because I've seen. If I watched Better Call Saul before I watched Breaking Bad, and I didn't know who Tuco was or
Mhm.
what happened to him, I probably would have been like, what in the hell is wrong with this guy? But because I already knew his character or that he's playing, it was just hilarious. I just thought it was the funniest thing when he was breaking those boys' legs. I was like,
Oh, I know.
I don't know if I
That
should be
was
laughing
great.
at this or not.
Yeah. That was tremendous. I mean, the fact that Jimmy was able to get the kids off, as it were, with just broken legs.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, as soon as I saw the very first episode, as soon as we first saw it, and the opening scene of him at the Cinnabon, and then at the end, it was
Yeah.
revealed at Tuco. I was like, oh man, we're going to be in a wild ride.
And his abuelita.
Yeah, his grandmother.
And then
Tuco's abuelito. Yes.
Saul's, brother in the freaking aluminum foil because he brings the electronics in.
Mhm.
Oh, that is so funny. I'm like, I need to be in that
Oh,
aluminum
That will
foil
play more
outfit.
into the show as you
Yeah.
progress into watching it. That'll play more into the show.
Yeah, his condition is going to play very tremendously into the show.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Well,
Any
yeah, I
spoilers,
can
Henry?
see him deteriorating probably throughout
I
the
didn't
show.
give any spoilers. I just said that
I know.
his condition was going to
I'm
play
trying
into
to
the show.
gotta run your back a little bit.
Well, it's, that law firm, they're trying to send him money, and it's great. I'm gonna watch some more tonight. I'm excited.
Oh yeah, definitely. But
But
You
yeah,
got
I
more
mean,
of
I wanted, I was sad. I knew that after I finished Breaking Bad, it would all be over. And I think that's why I postponed it so long, because I was just didn't want it to end.
yeah.
And
Better
that's
Call
why I just,
Saul is the tone of Better Call Saul is different from Breaking Bad. It's more of a black comedy. It's a lot more comedic moments on Better
but
Call
wait until you
Saul.
get season 3 though. Season 3 is really Breaking Bad-ish.
Yes,
Very Breaking Bad-ish.
where he
and
kind
you'll
of
see why.
You'll see why.
And you'll see why when you see season 3. Very Breaking Badish.
well, yeah, I got to get through 1 and 2 first.
And you have to probably go on demand for season 3 because it's not on Netflix
You will
yet.
enjoy
Is
season
there
1
going to be a 4?
Yeah, season
Oh,
4 is
yes.
going to be next year.
Oh yes, there will be season 4.
Oh, okay, so it's not going to be on Netflix for a while.
No, it's
Right.
not. It's
Yeah,
going to be on
season 3
AMC.
won't be.
I say probably next year around the summer because that's when they did it this year. So probably around May or June.
Okay. Well, yeah, I could go on to well, I got to buy that Sling app again, but then I can watch it.
Yeah, definitely season 3 is. I think season 3 is the strongest out of the whole 3.
Yeah, it is. Better Call Saul, yeah, definitely season 3.
Well, the writers for Breaking Bad, I mean, they did such a good job. I mean,
Mhm.
just all of the emotions, and it just felt really realistic. And I like shows that do that too. The
Mhm.
audience that captures them and makes them feel that they're living that storyline. I mean, that's
Mhm.
the point
Now,
of watching
there
things,
was
I think.
there was one thing that Shane and our friend Ellen and that we noticed was all the symbolism as far as leading up to what happened to Gus. I mean, we saw like the
Mhm.
half the teddy bear, there was a painting on the wall that had half its face normal, half its face kind of messed up, and all that.
Mhm. And
So
then
there was
and
all
then when
kinds
and
of.
then when Gus was in the the hospital congregation, half of
Hmm.
his face is black.
Yes. Hmm.
Hmm.
And then there's like all these symbolizations of the colors with green and purple and blue, and they focus on all that. That was great.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And wardrobe too.
Well, that one thing Vince Gilligan does very well is foreshadowing and
Hmm.
symbolism and things like that.
And the teasers. Oh
But the
man,
thing
they
is,
are great teasers.
he doesn't spoil anything. He's not really
Hmm.
spoiling anything.
Yeah.
He's just giving you a little bit of he gives you clues here and there. There's little
Hmm.
clues that he kind of drops in and out in there every once in a while.
Hmm.
And he did that with Breaking Bad. He did that with Better Call Saul, and oh, it's just amazing.
That's true. Yeah, well, I'll keep y'all updated.
Definitely. All right, that was our Breaking Bad cast and Better Call Saul good cast portion of the
I
show.
saw good cast,
Saul
yeah.
good cast. Yeah. So let's get down to the big conspiracy that we have. Roswell, 1947.
Oh, wait.
I said it was
Hold on.
Oh,
We
wait a
didn't
minute.
talk
Wait a minute.
about.
47.
Hold on. We didn't talk about Mike and the in the guard shack with the stickers.
Oh yeah, that was
Yeah.
great. He's the little I guess the
Toll booth. It's a
toll booth guy. Yeah,
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
Uh,
he's
I know, it's
he's gonna
great.
play a very important role in this show.
Yes.
This way. Wait until you get to 5-0.
I was
5-0.
just
That's a little
I was
little
just
spoiler when
so
you get to
glad that
5-0.
I was just so glad they brought Mike in for Better Call Saul. I was like,
Yeah, I mean, when we heard about Mike being brought in, we're like, what kind of role is he going to play? And he's just in the toll booth.
Well, it probably shows his how he got to where he was with Gus, doesn't it?
yes.
Yeah, okay, that's
Because obviously this is a prequel. I mean,
prequel. Yeah.
Better Call Saul is a prequel. But the good thing is, it's not one of those prequels that's just a
In
cheap
it for the money.
knockoff of the original. Yeah,
In it for the money.
the writing and everything is just solid. It's
Hmm.
very solid.
Yeah, but I think, yeah, Amy, you're really going to enjoy 5-0. 5-0 is amazing. That's
And
like
that's an episode name?
yeah, that's the episode name, and it's just I think one of the best episodes of season 1. 5-0.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
I'll let you know what
definitely.
I think.
Yeah,
What that episode 5?
I think it's 6.
6. Okay, well
Yeah,
I'll be watch that by next week.
cool.
I will have Lucille with me next week again as well. So if you don't,
Okay.
all
I'm gonna
right.
make my
So
own Lucille homemade.
you're gonna. I love to see that. Do that. Show us.
I know I am, because I was thinking about, well, I'm not gonna say that, but I'm making my own. It may come in handy if we have like a Red Dawn type situation go down.
I
Yeah.
said that Roswell was August of 47. It's actually July of 47.
The first week of July, 1947, Roswell. So Roswell.
Well, it was a weather balloon.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Well, that's what
Are
the
you
reports
positive?
say.
Supposedly, it was a weather balloon.
Allegedly a
Allegedly.
weather balloon. So, in case you've been living in a rock and don't know what Roswell is, an unidentified flying object, which I think really defined the term of UFO, was Roswell. And it crashed in New Mexico, Roswell, New Mexico. I'm not sure how far away that was from Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Uh-huh.
Maybe.
Little
Yeah.
tie-in. It might have been. It might have just been the crystal ship.
Yeah.
Yeah. So some unidentified flying object crashed into a farmland of Roswell, New Mexico. Farmer came out, saw it, and apparently it's aliens. Aliens. So,
Yeah.
Amy, you said last week you had a person that you can talk with that actually knew what happened and what went on, and probably give some inside information of Area 51. What's the information on that?
Um. Well. Well, she grew up in Ohio, and her uncle was in the Air Force and was that they were stationed at what was that Air Force base I told you? I can't remember the name.
I can't remember either.
I can't either.
Yeah.
The Air Force base has been there since like 1919, I believe, and it's still operating till this
Mhm.
day. But he she was, young. I guess maybe 8 or 9. I'm not really
Mhm.
sure how old she was at the time. She's 71 now, so how old would that make her?
I can't do mental math yet. Henry?
How old is she now?
71?
If she was, how old was she? 8 or 9?
When was her
Okay.
birthday?
March.
So
Oh, you mean what
we're
year?
talking over 60
the year.
years. We're talking about 62 years.
Okay, so she was probably around 9 or 10. Well, that's what she said. She said
Mhm.
she was a child. I don't know. I wasn't really asking too many questions because she just started rambling on about it. But basically, her uncle was working there, and she said that sometimes he would pick her up and take her out or whatever, and they'd be in the
Mhm.
car, and he would tell her scary stories about, a secret underground lab that they had, and they did all these experiments on aliens and stuff. And she said, when she was a child, she thought that it was just him trying to scare her. But as she got older, she learned more about the family and everything. When you're older and you're more mature, people tend to tell you more things about the details. And she said that that's when she realized that she don't think that he was joking.
Mhm.
I mean, basically, I guess they had an underground lab where they kept these aliens at.
Yeah, so I
Well,
love anything that has to do with UFOs. And a
mhm.
weather
Well, now
balloon?
here's something interesting. On June 14th, 1947, an individual named William Brazel, who was a foreman working on the Foster homestead, said he saw clusters of debris about 30 miles north of Roswell. This is about 3 weeks before before the announcement, the official announcement in the papers. So
Mhm.
this stuff probably happened sometime in June of 47.
Mhm.
And then there have been, of course, we get into the conspiracies of the government comes to these people and says, you didn't see anything, you don't know anything.
The Men in Black.
Yeah, the Men in Black, yeah. So,
I mean, the Men in Black are real.
yeah,
They're. I mean,
I, I think they are.
Yeah, I think so too.
a lot of times,
There's been so many reports of them. There's been so many reports of the Men in
Hollywood.
Black.
Well,
these movies, you know, like plain, I guess you'd call them Easter eggs, you know, that, I mean, there's movies and all kinds of things that foresee things that are going to happen. And
Mhm.
I mean, there's probably more truth to the alien movies than there is fiction.
Yeah, but I don't think they have the flashy thingies that make you forget, like the fictional Men in Black. You know,
Oh, you
Will
know, the Will
Smith,
Smith and
Tommy
Tommy
Lee
Lee Jones.
Jones. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Oh, that was a great movie.
No,
I like that movie.
I've never watched it.
Ooh, it's really good. Check it out. So, Roswell. I think we covered everything that needed to be covered, but which I thought maybe it was going to be an in-depth discussion. But
Well, of
so,
course, there were a lot of cover-ups about it. A nuclear physicist and author, Stanton Friedman, who has become, he is the UFO guy when it comes to studies and knowledge of UFOs. He's the guy.
mhm.
He's definitely the guy. He interviewed this Jesse Marcel, who was the only person known to have accompanied the Roswell debris where it was recovered. Apparently, it was taken to Fort Worth, Texas, where these reporters saw this material, which was claimed to be part of the recovered object. The accounts given by Friedman and others in the following years elevated Roswell from a forgotten incident to perhaps the most famous UFO case of all time.
Mhm.
And this was back in the 70s. Now, there was growing interest between 1978 and 1994. There were UFO researchers such as Stanton Friedman, William Moore, Carl T. Flock, I think that's and Kevin D. Randall and Donald R. Schmidt, who interviewed several hundred people who claimed to have had a connection with the events of Roswell in 1947. Hundreds of documents were obtained by the Freedom of Information Act requests, along with other documents such as Majestic 12 that were supposedly leaked by insiders. Their conclusions were at least one alien spacecraft crashed near Roswell, alien bodies had been recovered, and a government cover-up of the incident had taken place. Now, I'm just wondering, how close is Roswell to Area 51? And could they have taken these alien corpses to Area 51?
Well, where is Area 51?
Yeah,
Is that in New Mexico?
I want to say New Mexico.
It's in New Mexico.
Yeah.
I'm
And
not sure.
I believe it's either Nevada or New Mexico.
It's in Nevada. Lincoln County, Nevada.
Okay, Nevada, that's where it is.
Yeah.
And, CNN even had a poll which revealed that the majority of people, this is before they were very fake news, that the majority of people interviewed believed that aliens had indeed visited Earth, that aliens had landed at Roswell, but all the relevant information was being kept secret by the U.S. government. I mean, how many times have we seen this? Where there's a UFO case, and the government says, you didn't see anything, you don't know anything, you didn't see this.
Well, and also
With
to play devil's advocate here, military training and military devices were really high because this was in the 40s, and I think we was at a war in the 40s. I'm not sure which war it was. Amy,
It was World War II took place
World
from
War II?
1939 to 1945.
Okay.
We were just coming out of World War II.
Okay, because so this could have been like a military device.
Hold on, I have a killer cat on me. Oh my goodness. I'm not joking. This little kitty cat is the devil. It's like it attacks my arm like
Put your camera on and show us.
he like hangs on it like a piece of meat. It's like just like, I mean, jump up and like claws in his little sharp razor blade teeth, and then last night he bit my finger. I mean, it hurts still. I had to hide under my blanket to hide from this little fucker. God. I was like, and then he like got in my hair and was like playing in it, and I couldn't fall asleep. I had to go throw him in the other room.
Our cat is the opposite. He'll kiss you to death.
Oh,
And
well,
then,
my
and then,
main
and
cat
then
is.
he'll lay on your
Hey,
pillow and
Henry, you better not say that because Amy will come by and steal it,
I will.
so she can have cat
he'll lay
kisses.
on your pillow and he'll purr all night. He'll tell him to be quiet.
Does it's? I think it's because it's a kitty and it don't have the mama cat around
Uh-oh.
to teach it.
Yeah.
So this lady I work with, she's like the cat lady. She has like 50 million. She's like, you have to hiss at it. I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, you got to get down and go, "Shh," you know. And I'm like, what? You want me to hiss? I said,
Well,
I don't know.
what I was going to say
She's like,
was,
you
not
have to
only
act like
have,
the mama cat.
oh my goodness, not only have we seen the cover up involving with UFOs, we've seen where I've heard of cases where people have seen a Bigfoot, that was hit by a vehicle laying on the side of the road, and then these government agents come along and snatch it up and take it somewhere. And of course, the usual line, you didn't see this.
hmm
If y'all saw that, would you go with you didn't see this line?
It just depends. If they know where I live, then yeah. Then I'll be like, "Do you know where I
They
live?"
know
Yeah.
where you live.
They-
They know where we all live.
They
Oh
can
yeah.
track
I mean, they
you.
can be
They
knocking
can
on the
track you
door.
through your IP address. They can track you with your phone.
Yep.
Hmm. Yeah,
All
they sure
kinds of
can.
ways they can find you. Trust me.
hmm But instead of it being aliens, could have been a military experiment. Could have they been experimenting on a new aircraft,
Oh yeah.
and then the
Yeah.
bodies would have been the people that was in the aircraft.
That's a good
I mean,
question.
anything's possible.
And of course, you had the alien autopsy specials that were on Fox in the '90s, but that turned out to be a hoax. That turned out to be something created by a production company. But hell,
Oh
it
man.
fooled Stan Winston. Stan Winston thought it was real originally. Stan
Oh,
Winston was one of the best as far as special effects, and
okay.
they
I think we've discussed. Have we done an X cast on Jose's chunks from outer space from
yes, we
the X
did.
Files? They actually parody that video.
Oh yeah, that's right, they did. Yeah, where they actually looked at the alien autopsy
Yeah.
videos, which, like
Oh
I
man.
said, they turned out to be they turned out to be a clever creation in the studio.
Mhm.
Have y'all ever seen the movie The Host?
I've heard of it. I
No,
don't think I've seen it.
Well,
no.
Stephanie Myers, she's the author of Twilight.
Twilight.
Yeah, she's only written the Twilight Saga, and then
Mhm.
she wrote The Host, and The Host was like, oh my gosh, it was like 1,000-page book, but this was even before the movie came out, and I didn't have any. I mean, after you finish, I don't know if y'all were Twilight fans, but I was like.
Oh no, Amy! Don't tell me that.
I never watched or read any of
I've
that.
never, I've never really
Okay,
got
well,
into
I started off with the books. Okay, no, that's a lie.
it.
No, I watched the first Twilight movie, and
Vampires don't sparkle.
So,
don't
Amy,
do
were you
that.
Team Jacob or Team Edward?
Edward. But no, okay, so I watched the first Twilight movie, and then I found out there's books, and I'm like, there's books? Where have I been? So I went and, I bought the first one and I read it all, and oh my God, this cat, get off me. Sorry. Um, so anyway, enough with that. I just really loved Twilight, and when I saw Robert Pattinson come out and say, or supposedly he was joking that he wanted to have a sex scene
Oh, yeah, I know what
with
you're
it.
talking about. So basically, the movie, he's doing a movie, and he was told by the director to basically give a hand job to a dog, and he absolutely refused to do that.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Red Rover, in other words. Remember from South Park? Red Rover, Red Rover.
I would
Red
refuse to.
Rocket.
I would never do
No,
that.
Red
But
Rocket. That was it. Red Rocket. Yeah.
oh yuck, Red Rocket. That's nasty.
Yeah. So
It's so gross. So anyway, after I finished with that series, I went on to her only other one, and because I was actually kind of shocked she didn't have more novels out, but and I read it and it's really good. Well, the host, if you don't want to read 900 pages, you can watch the movie, but it's basically about alien species that overtook Earth, but they used our bodies as hosts. Like the aliens weren't we would see or what we have pictured in our head as like the gray creatures. It was actually like just I guess the best thing to describe
like a
it was
normal
kind of like a
person.
tadpole. Like no, a tadpole. It was like their spirit was they were called like a wanderer, like they just floated from one world to the next, and took on whatever life form that planet had at the time, and they told stories about traveling to all these different planets and the different life forms that they have taken on. But when they came to Earth, I mean, humans are here obviously. So they those aliens took over Earth altogether, but it as in our bodies. It's really good. I don't know, I'm probably not explaining it very well, but
Oh
if y'all
no, I think
have
yeah.
The
Basically, what they did
concept.
was the aliens like evolved and took the shape of us,
no no this
or they got into our
it's like
bodies somehow.
it's like a just an energy, like it's like a tadpole, like just like a ball of like light energy is like, I guess, what would a soul would be. I mean, if I had to think of when we die and our soul's leaving our body, I would think of it as like a light coming out. And I guess these alien creatures from this other world was able to travel and insert themselves into our bodies. So it's like their soul is going into our bodies and then their personalities are taking over our body.
Mm.
So it's like we're sharing our body with an alien, like kind of like being possessed in a way by another person.
Mhm.
It's like they are in control of your thoughts and your mind.
The concept, it almost sounds like Invasion of the Body Snatchers a little bit.
You
I
know what?
haven't seen that.
You gave me a great idea. Lizard people. Have you heard of the conspiracy of lizard people?
The reptilians, yes.
The
The
reptile?
reptilians, yes. Who?
Well, that would be what you would consider, I guess, from biblical days of like, the
Yeah, people
I
put
don't
these
know.
videos up on YouTube of certain political figures supposedly being able to double blink their eyes and all this stuff.
Yeah, and they can actually transform into humans, and it's just a weird. I'm like, okay, and I think Donald Trump is supposed to be a lizard person.
He's a
Yes, and
reptilian. Yeah.
Hillary, yeah. It has to do
Hillary's a
with like the
lizard.
bloodline.
Hmm.
Because they say that, the bloodline is the people that are in control of the world. And it's kind of like
Yeah.
how all the United States presidents are related in one way or another.
Hmm.
They're all related. Every single
It,
one of
re-
them.
it reminds me of the classic miniseries, the two miniseries in the television show V,
Oh,
where
V
those aliens, yeah, where the aliens were
with
lizards.
Robert England, Freddy Krueger.
Yes, Freddy Krueger. That's right. He was on that
Oh,
series. That's right.
I hate that movie.
Oh, I
Nightmare on
love.
Elm.
They,
Ugh.
they, they remade it not too long ago. They had a reboot on
Oh, I saw
ABC
that one too. Yeah.
of V,
And it
but
wasn't
the
that good.
originals were awesome.
Mhm.
The originals were great. I mean, because you get the effects to to make the people, make the aliens strip their human, form off, and they had the alien faces or the lizard faces and all that.
I'm gonna have to watch the old series.
It's pretty good.
All right. Anything else you want to chat about since we're on the air?
Not too much.
Well, we can give some plugs, Shane, about the Sasquatch conference coming
We
up
can do some plugs.
in 2
Or we can
weeks.
Or we can just have Lucille bashing people in.
My
Hey.
Lucille's gonna be better.
How's it going to be better? It's going to be real.
Yes.
Is that how better it's going to be? It's going to be real.
Yes. I
Yeah,
was her.
Yeah, you have to be real careful with that too.
I got gloves.
Yeah. Then you have a kitten and a barbara bat attached to you.
Go. Does anybody want a kitty?
I've got enough cats.
We already have two.
I got two.
We have two. Yeah.
I have two also.
2 cats is plenty. I mean, I don't know how these people get 6, 7, 10 different cats.
Well, my one cat, my big cat Annabelle, she stays outside. She doesn't only come in if it's really cold or lightning or something. But this little kitty, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it.
Give her see if you can find a good home for it.
It's not mine, it's Xander's. It's not even my cat. And I'm not gonna go there. Never mind.
All right, let's go ahead and end this. It's in this. So we're gonna have to bump Sasquatch Theater in 2 weeks, or 3 weeks actually. The September 2nd. It's gonna be right after Tracy's Bigfoot conference. Henry, you had a prior engagement to go to.
Yeah, tomorrow night.
That's why.
Yeah.
Oh.
But
next week,
of course,
not
we're still
MainStream.
planning on Legend of Boggy. It's still going to be Legend of Boggy Creek.
It's still going to be yeah, and that's going to be the last one for the summer. Last Sasquatch Theater for the summer.
Okay. Cool.
It's going to be. And what a way to go out, Legend of Boggy Creek.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever thought about doing a Breaking Bad theater, with the episodes?
We've already done that.
Where you talk
Breaking
over?
Bad cast.
I think.
Oh, not talk over.
No, kind of like how you do the Sasquatch theater, where you take Breaking Bad and put your own thoughts into those.
Oh, that'd be great. That'd be genius. I don't know if we can do that because of copyright though.
Yeah, copyright. Yeah, about to say.
I see people do it all the time. I think if you I don't know, maybe if you voice over, I'm not sure how copyright works, but
people have actually made fan films, like of course it goes back to this group of kids from right here in Mississippi made a Raiders of the Lost Ark fan film, and it's great. And they did a great job on it.
We don't have the time to do all 52 episodes of Breaking Bad.
I'm just saying these kids, they did a fan film of Raiders of the Lost Ark. Mm-hmm. And Steven Spielberg saw it and he loved it.
Oh, neat. That is awesome.
And invited them. They're adults now, but when they were kids, they did this. Mm-hmm. And then he invited them. I think George Lucas invited them. Yeah, Lucas invited them to Skywalker Ranch to take a tour.
Cool. Awesome. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, that sounds neat.
All right.
Did you ever watch Stranger Things all the way through?
Yes, I did. And
you never gave me your thoughts on that.
Okay, I'll do it right now. I thought I did. I thought I said, hey, it was awesome. Yeah, but it was awesome. It was epic. It was like, all the things. No, wait a minute. I'm not done. Done. It was like all the things that made the 80s great into this series. I mean, it was like heavily relied on the 80s. I thought that was terrific, and they really got that down. That one kid I didn't like.
I thought about it because of how the government had, you know, that was a government facility where they were,
Mhm.
where the creature was living, and it was some type of, you know, experiment. So I think it's kind of cool how it, yeah, I guess, I don't know.
And have you seen Stranger Things?
No, I have not.
All right. Oh, don't watch it. It's on Netflix.
It's really good. And
Yeah.
season 2 is supposed to come, it not supposed to, it comes out on Halloween.
Oh yeah,
So I'm
that's it.
excited
Yeah.
about that.
Mm-hmm.
That's an appropriate day for it to come out if it's
Well, I don't
one
want
of
to talk
those.
about it too much if Henry hasn't seen
Yeah,
it.
no spoilers. No
Yeah,
spoilers.
No,
but
but
This
you
no
should,
movie.
you should
spoilers.
watch. I'm gonna go back and rewatch it though.
Oh yeah, you have to rewatch it if to get a feel of it. But that one kid irritated me throughout the whole freaking movie, through
What
the whole
one?
show. The little pudgy dude with braces, curly hair. He irritated the crap out of me. I'm like,
Why? Because he.
dude,
What didn't you like about him?
he's so annoying. And plus, they got these, weird looking kids that only. Yeah, they look weird. I mean, if you went to time travel back in the 80s, these exactly what these kids would look like.
Well, everybody had those super weird haircuts and them clothes. Oh yeah, it was 80s all over
Yeah.
it. Oh yeah, it was great.
Oh yeah, 80s. Oh
And it
yeah.
also had Winona Ryder
Yes,
as the
she did
mom.
really, really good. I thought
Mhm.
she played the part very well.
Yeah.
It's like the boy gets stuck in this dimension. It's pretty cool, but it turns out to be like
All,
Yeah.
an
It's
all the
like
women and all the girls had their hair like all that hairspray.
where the
oh, and
bangs were
also I
like,
didn't like the douchebag boyfriend either. He's in a Domino's commercial. Have you noticed that?
what boyfriend?
The douchebag.
Oh, the
The douchebag
sister's
boyfriend.
boyfriend?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you were talking about Winona Ryder, and I was like, I don't remember.
No.
Okay,
No.
the one
Yeah.
sister.
The sister's
Yeah.
boyfriend, the douchebag.
Well,
He's
that's
that
like typical, like high school
typical
80s jock.
80s. Yeah, jock. I mean, he's skinnier than me. He's in
Didn't he
a
have a?
no. I'm talking about the
Um,
skinny dude.
um. Well, it's been a couple months since I've seen the whole thing. I have to rewatch it.
Have you seen the latest Domino's commercial with the Ferris Bueller remake?
No, because I don't watch
Yeah.
TV.
Okay,
I don't have
Henry's seen the
commercials.
commercial. Henry's seen the commercial, but he's in a Domino's commercial as the Ferris Bueller like guy. So Henry, when you watch Stranger Things, you'll be able to point him out because I saw him. I was like, I've seen him somewhere. Then I saw a Domino's commercial. I was like, yep, that's where he was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Oh.
because they made like what 2 or 3 Domino's commercials that were parodies of Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah.
And interestingly enough, that in the one of the more extended ones where he's running down the street and there's a guy in a car, that was Alan Ruck. That was Cameron.
Yeah, that was.
That was Cameron. I was like, Cameron.
Yeah. Have you seen the show Spin City?
He was on that show too.
He was on that with Michael J. Fox too.
Yes, he was. He was on that show. He was in Twister. He was in Speed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. Oh, The Exorcist. He's in The Exorcist with Gina Davis.
Oh,
Yep.
I cannot watch The
He plays the
Exorcist.
father.
That shit scare. That shit creeps me out. That freaking.
No, I'm not talking about the movie. I'm talking about the TV show. This is a TV show based on the movie.
I know, but I still can't watch.
It's not that bad either. I think it was.
Well, there's certain things I can't watch, like that It movie, the new remake of it. I can't watch
I
that.
prefer the original. Tim Curry was
Tim
the
Curry.
best Pennywise.
I can't because it creeps me out too much. It brings back bad memories.
You had a
I
bad
remember
memory of the
being,
clown?
oh my God, yes. When I was
Tim
a
Curry
kid,
was the best Pennywise, I think. Yeah, he was awesome.
I would be afraid to take a shower because I would think that Pennywise's big red nose was going to come out of the faucet. I was petrified. I mean, I cried.
Interesting little fact: Tim Curry was originally cast to voice the Joker on Batman the Animated Series.
Yeah, he was. But then Mark Hamill got it.
Somehow he couldn't do it, or something like that. Or I think the producers.
They said that his voice was so scary. It was too scary for the show. But yeah, I saw it when I was a little kid. That scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, it scared me too. I have this like fear of freaking clowns now. I mean, not like where I get super scared when I go to the circus, but if I see like a horror clown movie, I just can't watch it. I can't do it.
We all float down here.
Yeah, and then he turned into that big spider.
Oh,
yeah, that was kind of weird. That was weird. I was like, what? That didn't make any sense. But all right, I think that's we can go on and talk about movies. We need to do a movie cast one day and just talk about movies.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
All right, so next week is my last week of being 23. I will turn 24 on Saturday.
Yeah.
Woo!
You're still young enough to be drafted, right?
Yeah. But the Army probably won't take me because I'm too weak and frail and fragile.
Are you?
Or you know what I can do? I can always dress up like a woman and say I'm a transgender, and they won't take me.
It's funny because I was thinking about ways to get somebody out of a draft. Like what? I don't know. I was just thinking about it. If it ever came down to that, how could you get out of a draft?
Oh, was that you? Was that you that sent that meme with Tim Curry as Frankenfurter? And they said there's a draft, and it shows the picture of the Rocky Horror Picture Show. And I was like, I can't go because I'm a woman now. Someone sent me a meme.
I did. I think I did. Yeah, that was me.
You talk about cult classics. That would be the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Yeah.
But yeah, next week, the 18th is another Not Mainstream. We have no clue what's going to happen. I mean, North Korea can nuke us between now and next week. We don't know what's going to happen.
No, I hope not.
Well, I mean, if they are able to get a nuke to the U.S. mainland, it's because they let it happen.
Mm-hmm.
I think. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully nothing happens.
Something always happens, but I don't think North Korea is going to nuke us.
No, I don't.
And see, unlike Obama, unlike Obama, Trump will actually interrupt his vacation if something does go down.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike Obama,
he's not on vacation.
He's technically not on vacation. He's just in New Jersey because they're repairing the White House.
That
true. Obama put off for so long.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess.
And then next week is another Not Mainstream. The 18th, 19th, nothing's going to happen except for my birthday. Woo! 24, the big 2-4. And then on the 25th is another Not Mainstream. And then on the 26th is Tracy's Bigfoot conference with with some surprise guests. Can't get into much too detailed, but you know when you see them. That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
The September 2nd, is going to be Sasquatch Theater with Legend of Boggy Creek. And on that note, like, share, subscribe, follow, tweet, whatever.
Oh, by the way,
censoring. Go ahead.
8 weeks till the Texas Bigfoot Conference. 10 weeks till the 50th anniversary of the Patterson Gimlin film celebration.
Yeah, so yeah, we're definitely probably going to do some live shows for that.
Yeah.
If Henry can get his computer to work. Good signal where you guys are at.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. I guess that's it. Like, share, subscribe, get the message out. They're blocking the sharing. They're doing everything they can to do this. basically.
Mhm.
On that note, good night, everybody. God bless America, and God bless President Trump.
Trump.